And we're back for another shark review. Today, we're looking at Sharknado 2, the second one. Yeah, Sharknado 2. So the first one was just a massive success. It was one of the biggest shark movies ever, next to Jaws. It's just really popular, so naturally, we got a second one. So let's look at it. So the plot of Sharknado 2 takes place after the first movie, and Finn is now like a celebrity, basically. He's heading to New York for a book signing, and well, after crash landing a plane because it's caught in a Sharknado, April, Finn's ex-wife, loses her hand. Well, they get to New York and another Sharknado hits. It's up to Finn, April, and their group of friends/family to stop it and save New York. The plot is mostly a retread of the first one, but honestly it's so stupid that it's like, yeah, I guess having another Sharknado, I guess it's the same. I mean, at least a tornado in New York is plausible, unlike California. The story is not as well told as the first ones, in my opinion. It seems a little easy to have the story, and they played it pretty safe for the most part. I mean, it's still good, but they played it really safe in this one. So in terms of how much the sharks get for screen time, it's actually nowhere near as much as the first movie. It's still a lot, don't get me wrong. It's more than most shark movies, than actual shark movies that I've looked at, but it's nowhere near as much as the first movie. There's still a lot. The middle part of the movie / general beginning really just doesn't have that many sharks in it though. The first movie, there were tons of sharks like every single scene, but I can say the end of Sharknado 2 definitely makes up for it when it's raining sharks like crazy. It still is way more than the average shark movie, and I still really do like it, but it's just not as much as the first one. Now, when it comes to the shark kills, I really gotta say that they were just nowhere near as good as the first movie. They're still good, don't get me wrong, but a majority of the kills in this one are either retreads of the first one, or just kinda like the shark falls, that's it. I didn't think there were any exotic locations for the sharks. I mean, it was New York. There wasn't any in the fucking house or the pool. I mean, it just wasn't as exotic. Luckily, though, the movie makes up for it for a bit with the shark kills, as in the sharks getting killed. The sharks getting killed was pretty awesome, and in some really creative ways. The sharks getting killed in some hilarious ways, like getting sliced in half, burned, fireworks shot at them, you name it. There's a bunch of ways that the sharks get killed, and I do like that. The CGI has not improved at all from the first movie. It just looks so bad. The sharks look like crap. The CGI looks fake as hell. I will say that the second time around it has lost a bit of its luster, and I wasn't laughing as much as I did from the first one because of how bad the CGI was. I would have liked a little improvement. It literally looks like they took the exact same assets from the first movie, but I'm really not going to knock it for that. Now, when it comes to the acting in the movie, it was kind of mixed. The only actor I really liked in the movie that wasn't a special guest was Finn. Finn is the only one who really sees that this is truly ridiculous and stupid. He's the best actor, honestly, of everyone, and is the only one who gets really any remotely cheesy or funny dialogue that isn't a cameo. Everyone else is just pretty bad. I think the worst is April, Finn's ex-wife. I felt she was just terrible every time she even spoke. She was just so annoying and stupid, and her voice is horrible. Like, I thought she honestly was just really bad in this movie. Like, not in a good way. She was just shit. There's no other way to say that. She was the worst of anyone. Everyone else was pretty meh, but it honestly was not as good as the first one on an acting level. I thought the first one was way more campy and just better. So after the success of the first movie, the second one was actually really popular, the second Sharknado. So a bunch of celebrities actually are in the movie. Like, this would go on for the rest of the series. A bunch of celebrities are here, like the guy from Shark Tank, even Kurt Angle's here, or the Daily News guy. All these cameos are pretty wonderful, actually. I really do like them, and it's something that the second one actually is able to hold over the first Sharknado. The celebrity cameos, there's actually some, unlike the first one. So that's always great. Overall, the movie is good, that's for sure. However, it's just not as good as the first Sharknado. I know I've compared this movie to the first one a lot, but like, I really like the first one a lot, and it's called Sharknado 2. like, I really did like the first one. This movie's still good, but it's just not as good as the first one. The first one I thought was far more creative, had better shark kills, you saw more of them in exotic locations. I thought the acting was cheesier, sillier, and just funnier in the first one. And April is just truly horrible in this movie. All the celebrities make this a little better, but this movie I feel like treads a lot of what made the first movie good. Like with even the same CGI, like downright the same animation. With all that said though, the movie's still good, and I'm gonna have to give it on the shark scale a solid 4 out of 5. It's still a pretty great shark movie, it's honestly still worth your time, and this would not be the end of Sharknado. No, not even close. We got a number of these movies to go, so see you guys there.